My name is Ethan Kunis. I'm a father, a business owner, and someone who's been through real life, not theory. I've built, I've lost, I've made mistakes, and I've had to rebuild myself from the ground up, not once, but multiple times. And everything you're about to hear comes from that place. Not from books, not from trends, not from what sounds good online, but from experience. I wrote this book, The Alpha Reset, for one reason, because I know what it feels like to lose your edge, to feel like you're not fully yourself anymore, like you're holding back, second guessing, playing smaller than you should. This book is about recognizing that, understanding how it happened, and taking your power back. Simple as that. What you're about to hear is the introduction from the book, and from here on, I'll be releasing one chapter at a time every week. So don't just listen to this once. Let it sink in, because this is where it starts. Introduction. You're living someone else's life. Stop what you're doing for a moment and answer this question honestly. When was the last time you felt truly powerful? Not when you got a promotion because your boss finally noticed you. Not when a woman gave you attention because you bought her dinner. Not when your friends laughed at your jokes because you desperately needed their approval. I'm talking about real power, the kind that comes from within, the kind that makes you walk into any room knowing you belong there, the kind that makes people naturally gravitate towards you, not because you're trying to impress them, but because you've stopped trying to impress anyone. If you're struggling to remember that feeling, or worse, if you've never experienced it, then you're living proof of what I call the great masculine robbery. You've been robbed, not at gunpoint, not in some dark alley, but slowly, systematically, over years or even decades. They've stolen your natural confidence and replaced it with constant self-doubt. They've taken your instinct to lead and convinced you it's toxic. They've stripped away your masculine edge and told you it makes you a better man. You wake up every morning feeling like you're playing someone else's game by someone else's rules. At work, you bite your tongue when you should speak up, and you work twice as hard as the guy who gets promoted above you. In relationships, you walk on eggshells, constantly worried about saying the wrong thing, doing the wrong thing, being the wrong thing. You've become an expert at reading the room, adjusting your personality, and shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. You say sorry more than you say no. You explain yourself to people who don't deserve explanations. You seek permission for decisions that should be yours alone. You've turned yourself into a people-pleasing machine, and you wonder why nobody seems to respect the very sensitivity you've worked so hard to cultivate. Meanwhile, you watch other men, men who seem less intelligent, less hardworking, less deserving, command the respect you crave. They get the promotions, they attract the women, they live with the confidence that should be yours, and you can't figure out what they have that you don't. Here's what they have. They never got robbed, or if they did, they took their power back. The truth is, you weren't born weak. You weren't born to live as a passenger in your own life. You weren't born to apologize for taking up space on this planet. You were conditioned to be this way, programmed, trained like a circus animal to perform tricks for other people's approval, but conditioning can be broken. Programming can be rewritten, and circus animals can remember they used to be wild. The Alpha Reset, your road back to power. Every day, millions of men go to sleep feeling like strangers in their own skin. They've been convinced that their natural masculine instincts are primitive, toxic, or outdated. They've been taught that leadership is aggression, that confidence is arrogance, that strength is brutality. This is not an accident. This is the result of decades of cultural programming designed to create compliant, manageable, predictable men. Men who don't challenge the status quo because they're too busy seeking approval from it. Men who don't rock the boat because they're terrified of being thrown overboard. But here's what they don't want you to know: the masculine energy they've convinced you to suppress is exactly what the world desperately needs. Your drive to compete, to build, to lead, to protect. These aren't character flaws to be corrected, they're superpowers waiting to be unleashed. The Alpha Reset isn't about becoming someone you're not. It's about returning to who you've always been underneath all the conditioning. It's about stripping away the layers of programming that have buried your true nature and rediscovering the man you were meant to be. This book will teach you how to reclaim your frame, your unshakable center that no person, situation, or crisis can disturb. You'll learn to build authentic confidence that doesn't depend on other people's validation. You'll master the art of setting boundaries that people respect rather than resent. You'll discover how to communicate with the kind of authority that makes others lean in and listen. But this isn't just about personal development. This is about awakening the warrior that society has convinced you to keep buried. You'll learn the difference between toxic masculinity and healthy masculine power. You'll understand why women are attracted to strength, not sensitivity, and why trying to be nice is actually the least attractive thing you can do. You'll discover how to channel aggression into productive force, how to turn setbacks into comebacks, and how to live with the kind of purpose that makes every day feel like a mission worth completing. Throughout these pages, you'll encounter the Alpha Ocean Philosophy, a framework that combines the depth and adaptability of the ocean with the unshakable strength of the ancient warriors. Like the ocean, you'll learn to be calm on the surface, but powerful in your depths. You'll master the art of flowing around obstacles while never losing sight of your destination. You'll become the kind of man who adapts to any environment while never compromising his core nature. This book contains hard-earned wisdom from my own journey, including the painful lessons I learned when I lost my way and had to fight my way back to strength. You'll discover insights from history's most respected leaders, from ancient Spartan warriors to modern entrepreneurs who've built empires by refusing to apologize for their ambition. But most importantly, you'll find practical tools you can use immediately. This isn't theory, it's a blueprint. Every chapter ends with specific exercises designed to help you integrate these principles into your daily life. You'll know exactly what to do when someone disrespects you, how to respond when you're tested, and how to maintain your composure when everyone around you is losing theirs. Your Alpha Reset starts now. You have a choice to make, and you need to make it right now. You can close this book, go back to your comfortable prison, and continue living as a shadow of who you could be. You can keep apologizing for your existence, seeking approval from people who don't matter, and wondering why your life feels so small. Or you can decide that today is the day you stop being a victim of your conditioning and start being the author of your transformation. The men who will benefit most from this book are those who are tired of being tired. Men who are fed up with feeling like spectators in their own lives. Men who are ready to stop making excuses and start making changes. Men who understand that reading about transformation isn't enough. You have to live it, breathe it, and commit to it every single day. This journey won't be easy. Reclaiming your masculine power means facing uncomfortable truths about how you've been living. It means giving up the comfortable lies you've been telling yourself. It means disappointing people who prefer the controllable version of you. It means choosing growth over comfort, courage over safety, authenticity over approval. But here's what it also means: respect instead of pity, attraction instead of obligation, leadership instead of followership, purpose instead of aimlessness. It means looking in the mirror and recognizing the man staring back at you. It means walking through the world knowing that you belong exactly where you are, doing exactly what you're doing, being exactly who you are. Your alpha reset begins the moment you turn this page. Every chapter is a step toward reclaiming the power that was always yours. Every exercise is an opportunity to practice strength instead of weakness. Every principle is a tool for building the life you were meant to live. The world doesn't need another nice guy. It doesn't need another people pleaser. It doesn't need another man who's so afraid of being disliked that he's forgotten how to be respected. The world needs you, the real you, the powerful you, the uncompromising, unapologetic, unstoppable version of yourself that you've been hiding for far too long. Stop hiding. Stop apologizing. Stop waiting for permission to be great. Your alpha reset starts now. Welcome to your transformation.